Hey, it's the CHGO Blackhawks podcast. On today's show, it's a perfect summer episode. We fantasy draft the best players of the last 25 years in Blackhawks history and some others. Join us next. Hello and welcome in to the CHGO Blackhawks podcast. I'm Mario Tirabassi. That is Greg Boysen. Jay Zawoski is off today. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you are staying cool on this sweltering Thursday afternoon in the city of Chicago. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you for being here. Be sure to click like on the video. And if you haven't yet, what are you doing with your life? Subscribe to the CHGO Sports YouTube channel, and if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast, thank you. Hello. Make sure to give us a 5-star review, give us a thumbs up, whatever your favorite podcast platform has you do that. That is a big support to us, and we love all of that attention. We just love the attention. And if you haven't become a diehard yet, now is the time to do it. We have a special introductory offer, a 1-year offer for new diehards, in celebration of the Hogue and Johns podcast being under the All-City Network. The Adam Hogue and Adam Johns offer for 1 year for $36. You get all the perks of being a diehard, 20% off of merch and all of our events, access to diehard written content, the diehard Discord channel, and much, much more. And you get a great Hogue and Johns t-shirt, or for $59 for 1 year of all that diehard access, you get all of that and the Hogue and Johns hat. So 2 great offers for new diehards for a year in celebration of the newest Bears podcast joining the network. I think there's another new Bears podcast joining the network as well.
It's not new.
How much Bears can a Bears chuck if a Bears
all the Bears
chuck?
It's the renewal of Braggs's and who else is
Lance Briggs.
Lance Briggs is on there, and then
Jerry Azuma?
Yes,
yeah.
Cool. And they'll be starting up again.
Cool.
It's
All right.
kind of like his.
I thought we were talking Bears today. I thought that was.
We could talk Bears. Do you want to talk Bears?
talk Bears.
What's wrong with Caleb Williams?
Yeah, I mean, he's getting benched on day 1 of training camp.
Why isn't the offense clicking?
Panic.
Yeah, that's
Panic. New head coach sets foot down on day 1. Don't you kind of want that?
standard set. Uh-oh.
I can't wait for Jeff Blashill. The bar has been set, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
You better throw Connor Bedard off the ice on the first day of training camp, or
I
you're
can't
getting
wait.
fired.
He's not on power play 1. Uh-oh. Yeah, so do all that. We appreciate that. All right, we are here today and had this idea kind of in the back pocket. You always have some good creative ideas for the summer. You have to, especially when we get to this point of the summer when the news kind of slows down in Blackhawks world. So today what we are going to do is, since the year 2000, I've put together a list of Blackhawks players that are some greats, some notable ones, and some guys that wore the jersey. And Greg and I are going to go back and forth picking a full lineup of who we would think would make up the best team. I've done this before doing non-Stanley Cup winners. That was a bit of a challenge. Had some interesting names on that one. But this one, anyone who's played for the Hawks and since the year 2000 is eligible. That includes guys like Connor Bedard and Frank Nazar and Oliver Moore, all the young guys, and also includes guys like Andrew Brunette, Sheldon Brookbank, Adrian Aucoin, Theo Fleury.
Why are you giving away all my first-round picks?
And Colin Fraser, just to name a few of how deep this list does go. But I think we'd be remiss before we get to that without acknowledging probably the biggest story of the day in the hockey world, the verdicts of the 2018 Hockey Canada trial came down today. It does look like all 5 players are going to be found not guilty. in the sexual assault case. And I mean, we have been here before with the Blackhawks and their issues. It is, I think it's really, really tough to continue to see people in this situation, as the survivor known as EM was, to have to go through this, traumatic experience, recount it, and with things presented that the way that they were throughout the trial. If you've been following it, I don't want to go through all of the details here. It's been widespread around the hockey world. You can figure out a lot of it, but it just, the way things were presented, it's just incredibly disheartening to get to this spot again, and that's just my personal opinion. And I think in this case, you don't go through all of this as someone who's a survivor of that kind of experience, that kind of trauma, and you don't use the terms like getting your stories straight and all that, from the player's perspective. None of that happens without something that felt unjust going on. So it's really tough, but that is a big thing going on with the hockey world today.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be the first one to admit I didn't, get into the details of this. A lot of that is
It's
tough
hard
to read,
Yeah.
and but
It's hard to go through it.
To the victim who came forward, as you said, known as EM, very brave on her behalf.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of courage to do this, to go through all this stuff again. Unfortunately, didn't turn out the way she had hoped. But I mean, this just, the only thing I'll say about this is this whole process, the whole trial, and now the outcome. It's a perfect example why so many victims don't come forward.
Oh, yeah. And
it probably will, unfortunately, prevent others from coming forward again, because they'll just be told, well, look what happened here.
Right.
Not a great outcome to that, but hopefully some lessons are learned to help prevent things like this from the future. But it's hard when consequences don't have actions, but these guys have suffered consequences, rightfully so. Their NHL careers were,
jeopardized.
I
don't want to. I'm not going to say
right,
over.
No,
because
yes,
in
if
this
you're good,
in this league,
if you're good,
someone is going to sign one of those guys.
So, it is unfortunate, but surely not the first time something like this has happened, and unfortunately won't be the last either. So just hope that one day we can get to a place where these type of things aren't solely about victim blaming,
right,
and more towards getting the truth and getting justice in these situations. So
yeah, I mean, it's
just
called the justice system because there's supposed to be justice.
It's a legal system, not a justice system.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, and it's just I can't I can't say all the things that I'm feeling about it, but I think it is just you felt as this trial went on, you kind of just had that pit of your stomach feeling of like, the way things are kind of transpiring and what was and was not admissed and all that. Like, and I'm not a legal expert, but it just kind of felt like,
as the judge
SOB,
said,
like this is not gonna.
As the judge said, it was a judge ruling, not a jury trial.
Right.
That the burden of proof wasn't presented fully,
which is different than
on
nothing happened.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why they're not guilty instead of innocent. There's a difference between the two. So the prosecution didn't do their job to the fullest. And again, I didn't follow every detail of the trial, so I don't know if that's true or not. But that's what the judge rules. Unfortunately, That's the way it goes. That's the verdict, and you hopefully, the victim in all this gets some sort of closure, some sort of empowerment. That hey, I faced. I mean, my attackers, and
there's tons of outpouring support from the hockey community that I've been seeing online. I mean, it's this. This woman's gonna know that. I hope that a lot of people believe her and believe that what she went through was.
It's very hard to
wrong.
do the right thing at times,
right?
And she did, and a lot of respect and well wishes go out to her.
Yep, absolutely.
So,
well, yeah, it's so.
Now let's have
I'd like to
take the mood up a little bit.
Yeah, you want to talk about Hulk Hogan?
That put me in a better mood. I'm going to do that after the show.
Yeah, you got
Big Dave and I are going to do a.
You and Big Dave are going to talk about Hulk Hogan and his passing. If you haven't seen the news, it's been a big week for. It's been a 80s icons. It's passing.
Yeah, 2 WWE Hall of Famers in a couple of days.
Was Ozzy Osbourne?
He was. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
he was part of WrestleMania 2, and he performed a couple other times. He was a celebrity
Hall of Famer. Oh, that's cool.
There's another one out there that never mind. Different podcast.
There's lots of Hall of Famers out there. Okay. So, let's use the next couple minutes here to shift gears. Just like I said, I felt like that wanted to address that since we are a hockey podcast, and it's the biggest thing going on in the hockey world today. But let's take the next few minutes before the break zone here to lay out some rules. We'll do a little meeting on the air.
I got questions.
Okay. So we got centers, left wings, right wings, defensemen. I didn't split them up right and left. Goaltenders, and then I have a special category for 2 position players like Dustin Byfuglien and Sheldon Brookbank, who both played defense and forward.
How come Rob Scuderi isn't in that category?
Were you going to pick Rob Scuderi?
Not now. He's not there.
No, I can put him in if you want.
Didn't Steve Montador play forward once too?
Did he? He might have. Well, he's on the list. He's on the list. But we're going to go through, and we're going to go back and forth, alternate picks. We're going to pick 18 skaters, 12 and 6, 2 goaltenders, and at the end of it, hopefully we both have some pretty competent rosters and see how we come out. Now, what I will say is I'm going to make these players as Blackhawks.
That was my question.
Yes.
Do I get the entirety of their career or just what they did
as
the
guys
Blackhawks?
as Blackhawks.
Okay.
Yeah. So Marc-Andre Fleury is
Blackhawk.
Is 3 years ago Marc-Andre Fleury.
Right. You get that really good 4 weeks of Marc-Andre Fleury and then a whole lot of
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll also say this is AHL, NHL tweener Gustav Forsling, not 2-time Stanley Cup champion Gustav Forsling. Perfect. So that'll be the one caveat.
I needed to know that before I scratched off a few guys.
These guys as Blackhawks.
Okay.
We got 41 centers to pick from, 38 left wings, 29 right wings. I'm not going to say that you have to have 4 and 4 in each. Each guy can pick their own side if they want. 50 defensemen and 28 goaltenders to choose from. So we'll start our picks after the break zone here. A couple of messages from our lovely sponsors. Then we'll get to the highly anticipated Blackhawks New Millennium Fantasy Draft here on CHGO Blackhawks. What is Sunnyside? Well, I'll tell you. It's Illinois' favorite cannabis dispensary, your home for judgment-free cannabis shopping, a place where all kinds of visitors are welcome to explore, discover, and purchase from a wide array of high-quality products. Sunnyside has everything you need to elevate your summer. It's your one-stop shop for all of your cannabis needs. Sunnyside has an expertly curated menu with over 100 strains to choose from, plus easy online ordering and in-store pickup. You can stop into one of their locations in Illinois, like in the city, in Wrigleyville and River North, or out in the burbs like in Champaign, South Beloit, and many others. You can visit sunnyside.shop for Bright Buys every day, including 50% off of your first 3 online purchases when you use the promo code HICHGO. That's HICHGO. Exclusions do apply. Sunnyside Cannabis Dispensary, Bright Buys every day, only for those 21 or older, or Illinois medical card holders. And if you're an existing user, the code CHGO50 works for 50% off of one Cresco Labs brand item. And if you're in the market for a new vehicle, well, you're in luck because new vehicles are in store at Ray Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. This is your chance to score a great deal at the Employee Pricing Plus sales event. Right now, you can lease the new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab for only $399 a month for 27 months. Plus, you can shop over 125 vehicles priced under $20,000. The team at Ray Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram is here to help you during each step of your car shopping journey. They prioritize affordability so you know you won't overpay for the vehicle you need. And with Ray's price promise, you can shop confidently with no add-ons or hidden fees. The price you see is the price you pay. Check out our partner today to shop one of the Chicago area's largest inventories, and don't miss out on the Employee Pricing Plus sales event for huge savings on the Dodge Ram 1500. For more information, visit Ray Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram today in Fox Lake or online at raycdjr.com. All right, and we got to figure out who's going to go first. So I have the highly sophisticated wheel of Mario and Greg. Blue is Mario, red is Greg. We're going to spin it for fairness. 1, 2, 3, click. I already forgot which color I am. Is it 50-50? What the heck just happened? It's red. It's Greg. Congratulations, Greg. You have won the draft lottery. You get the first overall pick. Who is your first pick?
I mean, I got to go with Patrick Kane, right?
Ooh, okay. I was wondering who was going to be number one.
Now we know.
Where do you value what position, what style of player?
Well, I'm also looking at the rest of these right wings, and yeah, I better get one early.
No, that's a fair point. All right, so Patrick Kane was deleted from the available list. He is the first pick of the draft. I gotta think. Okay. I'm gonna go Jonathan Toews because that's what my head tells me. I don't want to galaxy brain this. I'm going to take the best center available. I'm going to take arguably one of the best players available. I'm going to go Jonathan Toews. He is off the list.
Okay.
I had a thought of, I'm not going to do it with my first pick, but positional need might become a thing, like you said with the right wingers. All right, You're up next.
Well, I'm going to make your right wing life even more difficult, and I'm going to take Marian Hossa.
I feared that was going to happen.
Yeah, it's like tic-tac-toe. If you don't take the middle, you're screwed.
Yeah. Okay, Marian Hossa. All right, I'm keeping a track here. Okay, this is where I was going to go. Because I think I'm going to make a move to get the best goaltender because that can make a huge difference. I'm going to take Corey Crawford second.
Okay.
All right, Corey Crawford off the board.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the most successful goalie here.
Yeah, and if we're talking about these guys' careers as Blackhawks,
I mean,
like there's literally, I mean, the only other case you could make, I would say, for like, oh, this guy's like legit, really good long-term starter or whatever, would be like even as far back as like Jocelyn Thibault.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like maybe Ray Emery.
Well, now that you've taken Crawford off the board, I don't have to worry about goalie for a while because the rest of this list is kind of like
my last pick might be my backup goalie.
It's going to be like a kicker in the fantasy draft for those still in a cave that still use kickers and defenses in their fantasy leagues. All right, I've got 2 right wingers. Probably should go for a center here.
There's some good ones.
Jonathan Toews is gone.
Outside of Jonathan Toews, there's still some decent ones.
There are some pretty good ones. The heck with it. I'm just gonna outscore everybody. I'm gonna take Connor Bedard too.
All right, there you go.
It's a pretty good top line.
That's pretty good. Yeah, Patrick Kane. centered by and Marian Hossa centered by Connor Bedard. Yeah. That'll get it done.
Building some depth here. I'm just going to win every game. 13 to 12.
Offense, yeah.
I'm going to go 85 Oilers here.
Hossa's pretty solid defensively.
Yeah, but if Patrick Lalime is my goalie, I don't know what
that could be. Yeah, that could be a problem. Okay, I think let's see. You know, when I look at being a GM and how you build a team, especially from ground floor all the way up, you got to have a top center. You got to have a reliable goaltender. And you gotta have a do-it-all defenseman. Give me Duncan Keith.
Yeah, that's who I was leaning towards with my last pick, but I think in order to win this, you got to have goals. So
yeah,
you take Duncan Keith. I'll take his longtime partner in crime, Brent Seabrook.
Solid. That's a good pick. I mean, I think as far as talking about like number one defenseman of the last 25 years for the Blackhawks, the conversation kind of starts and ends with those guys. You know, I think they've had a lot of really good defensemen, but you know, for anywhere between 2006 to 2020, 2021. Keith and Seabrook were the top guys. So, yeah, each of us got our number one defenseman. All right, I need some wings. Let's see here. Maybe I'll get some chicken wings too later.
Say, don't forget the blue cheese.
Let's see. I'm looking at the left wing spot, and I think I'm gonna go with former Rookie of the Year, Artemi Panarin. Yeah, now, like I said, this is Panarin as a Blackhawk, but Panarin as a Blackhawk was like I said, Rookie of the Year. He was a 70-point guy, 30-goal guy. I trust him on the wing of Jonathan Toews.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't here for a long time, but he was here for a good
Definitely
time.
Definitely a good
time. Yeah, you much like Connor Bedard, you throw in those numbers, for him for his 2 seasons, it's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Still one of the best players out of this group. All right. So, according to my memory, I have a full 5.
You have Kane, Hossa, Bedard, Seabrook.
All right.
I have Toews, Crawford, Keith, Panarin to start. I'm feeling good.
I'm gonna go with a left winger this round.
Alex Nylander.
That's my flyer later. Speaking of flyers, I'll go with former flyer and current flyer, Patrick Sharp.
Yeah. Okay. Patrick Sharp, solid pick. That was actually going to be my next pick. All right. Yeah, I forget he's in the Flyers front office. But he's there.
Yes, less traveling.
Yeah, and that was the thing when he was broadcasting was just like,
yeah,
he did that as a favor.
Yes, he did. He was really good, and I think he was a guy that when he first started doing the TV stuff, kind of a little bit of deer in the headlights at first, but the more he did it, the better he got. But,
yeah, absolutely.
You knew his heart wasn't in it because there was anytime he did a home game, we would be in the elevator going down for post game.
Yeah.
And he'd be in there with his suitcase. I mean, he was literally off the air 8 seconds before.
The team was still skating off the ice.
Like, the broadcast hadn't even gone off the air, and he already had his suitcase in the elevator and was getting the heck out of there. So,
he was
good for Sharpie.
He was in it.
He's one of those guys that I think can do whatever he wants post-career. If he wants to be in TV, someone will give him a job. If he wants to be in a front office, someone will give him a job.
And that was the thing is like when the broadcast was kind of like going through those changes, when Sharp was in, he was really good, and he had some experience doing like NBC sports stuff. So it was like kind of surprising that like he just wasn't. He didn't end up going that route.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you're sometimes when you're good at stuff, but your heart's not in it, it's not something you're gonna pursue. So yeah, he's in the front office with the Flyers. Hopefully, our friends over at PHLY can have a chat with him soon.
Yeah, they definitely make that show far more handsome.
No offense to Bill and Charlie. But
no, they're good-looking guys, but they're no Patrick Sharp.
They're no Patrick Sharp.
Nobody is.
All right, enough glazing Patrick Sharp. I need to make a pick. I'm going to solidify my top pair on defense. I'm going to go with Nicholas Hjalmarsson. I think I got the do-it-all in Keith, and now I got a defensive stalwart in Hjalmarsson. That's a good top pair in my book.
Hard to argue with that.
I think I oversaturated this list. There's a lot of players.
There's a lot of guys on here that I forgot existed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys on this list that I want to take for overall career, but they sucked as Blackhawks.
Right.
Like Kimmo Timonen would be awesome, but Kimmo Timonen, the corpse of Kimmo Timonen that wore a Blackhawks jersey, not so much.
Stanley Cup champion.
Yes, he is. I have.
You got a top line. You got one defenseman, and then you have the second line started.
All right, I should probably focus on defense a little more here. You know what? I think Brent Seabrook and Seth Jones would be a mighty fine defensive pairing.
That's true.
You kind of got
be pretty good.
Two guys that can do a little bit of everything back there. So
for sure. I'd say Jones probably a little bit more
offensively,
because I think he probably could move better than.
And I
Seabrook.
think Jones paired with Seabrook would be allowed to do more offensive stuff. So
kind of feels like when like Jones and Vlasic played together. That kind of feels similar.
He doesn't have to worry about covering for the guy next to him at all. So as long as it's 2010 through 2015 Brent Seabrook and not 2017 Brent Seabrook.
He had that long of a career. For guys like that, I would say, let's say you're getting them at their peak.
Perfect.
I think that's fair to say. All right, so I don't have a complete forward line yet. I have Toews and Panarin, which is a good start. All right, who's on the right? Ooh. Okay. So now here's a question. Because on Hockey Reference, he was listed as a right winger. Am I remembering that correctly, that Tony Amane played right wing primarily?
Yes.
More than center or anything?
He was a winger for sure. More than I don't ever really remember him as a center.
Okay, perfect. Well, Tony Amane, he rounds out my top line of Toews and Panarin as well. I know his best years with the Blackhawks were in the 90s, but still in the year 2000, he was putting up big numbers goals-wise, and I think you got Toews with Panarin and Amane. That's a lot of goal-scoring potential, a lot of playmaking potential. I like that line, and you got to get some of these pre dynasty days guys there's love, and Amane is definitely one that deserves it
for sure. Just because Jay's not here, Tony Amane, third best number 10 in team history.
Third best. Yeah, behind Sharp and Dennis Hall.
Dennis Hall is the best number 10 in team history. Sorry, I know Sharpie's got the Cubs, but Dennis Hall, man, dude was a stud.
I'm not gonna argue that he's number one.
Right.
For me, it's Patrick Sharp. Again, more Patrick Sharp love on this show. All right, well let's see. We can make two more quick picks.
Okay. I'm going to keep building my back end because we're about to hit a cliff when it comes to defensemen.
Yeah.
And the pickings are going to get slim really quick. So as my third defenseman, I'm going to add Alex Vlasic.
Okay. See, I was wondering when he was going to go. I think that's fair because I think the projection of what he can be, what he's been so far as a guy that at his age has played top pair minutes. Yeah, I like that. So Seabrook, Jones, and Vlasic.
And Vlasic as
a
second pair defenseman just makes him even more valuable.
And I'm sure he's about to be paired with, a Hall of Fame level player.
Maybe.
I'm going to go the same route. I'm also going to get a a defenseman, and I'm going to get Brian Campbell. I think Blackhawks Brian Campbell was still in the prime of his career. I'm going to take the one that was on the Cup team, not the one that came back for one final season.
Not the one that Q healthy scratched during his Ironman streak.
Yeah, not that one. All right, we are ready for the break zone. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. Hopefully this is fun for you guys. We're trying to. There's going to be a big payoff at the end. We're gonna reveal our lineups, and we'll open up some debate on who we think would win in a game versus each other. But again, hit that like button. We'll be right back on the CHGO Blackhawks show. It is hot this summer. I think we are challenging last year's record. That's why you need to call Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric to make sure that your AC unit is ready to go or isn't broken when you need it the most. Right now is the time to get your air conditioner checked out. Four Seasons experts are ready to help you with installation, maintenance, and repair. Four Seasons experts are there to ensure you always receive reliable service. They don't charge more for emergencies like on nights, weekends, and holidays because that is, of course, when your AC unit is going to break down. Schedule your Four Seasons AC tune-up today. You can save $50 and enjoy a 1-year no breakdown guarantee. Visit fourseasonsheatingcooling.com for all of their special offers and money-saving coupons. Again, that's fourseasonsheatingcooling.com. And when you're sitting in your nice, cool house, you might look at your floors and say, those need an update. I need a home floor advantage. That's when you're going to call your friends at Empire Today because they have flooring experts, dedicated flooring professionals who focus on flooring every single day of their life, just to bring you the best quality service when it comes to all of your flooring needs. Empire Today lives and breathes flooring, and they can take the showroom directly to you so you can pick the right floors, the right materials, the right colors that match your space. You can see how it looks with your furniture, with your colors of your walls, with your wallpaper, with the lighting in your house. People always forget about how the lighting in your house affects how your floors look. Don't overlook it. With Empire Today, they don't overlook any of those details. Schedule a free in-home estimate today because some things are just better off at home. CHGO listeners can receive a $350 discount when you use the promo code CHGO. That's right, $350 off with the code CHGO. Restrictions do apply. Visit empiretoday.com/CHGO for full details. All right, before we get back to our fantasy draft of the best players of the new millennium for the Blackhawks, we're going to do Taking the Temp. Taking the Temp is presented by your trusted local experts at Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Visit fourseasonsheatingcooling.com for all of their special offers and money-saving coupons. That's fourseasonsheatingcooling.com. And we have some Blackhawks news today. New numbers. Get excited.
Get ready at the pro shop. They're going to be lining up tomorrow for those.
Be sure to bring in your jersey swap to get your numbers changed. Actually, it's new numbers with the gold outline. So it'll be a different number set. Sam Lafferty, in his next stint with the Blackhawks, is going back to number 24. And we were talking during the break zone about players that had worn 24 since Sam Lafferty. It was Anders Bjork and Jacob Megna. You'll all remember them. You'll all remember them.
A lot of pressure.
Andre Burakovsky has a new number, technically, since he's new to the team. He's going to wear 28.
Should be retired.
Which was worn by Colton Dock. And, yes, should be retired from Steve Larmer. That number 28 has been worn a lot since Steve Larmer wore it for 10 years with the Blackhawks. Mark Bell, Mike Blunden, Craig Adams, Martin Lapointe, Jake Dowell, Ben Smith, Ryan Garbutt, Henry Jokiharju, Vinny Hinostroza, and Andreas Engeland have all worn 28. Some worthy, some not. Some, kind of worthy. Colton Dock has a new number. It's 34. We were also talking how that's kind of like a goalie number.
Yeah,
well,
it's going to look weird on a forward.
Last worn by Peter Mrazek this season. Curtis Gabriel also had it for his couple of games he played up here. Kevin Lankinen, another goalie, had 34. Carl Soderberg had it. JF Berube, another goalie, had it. Yuri Sekic, Tim Erickson.
He sure did.
Dylan Olsen all wore that number.
Dylan Olsen
as well.
Man, that was a guy that was going to be like the next big, good defenseman for the Hawks. And then they traded him to bring back Chris Versteeg.
Yeah.
And I don't think Dylan Olsen ever really did much anything with the Panthers.
Not that I remember. Yeah. And number 25 is going to Dominic Toninato, not to be confused with Ryan Donato.
So he'll wear that in Rockford then, too.
Very likely,
for the season.
25 last worn by Alec Martinez this past season. Also Jared Tenorti, Dale Weiss, Matt Carey, Victor Stahlberg, Cam Barker, Alexander Karpatsev.
That number sucks.
Kyle Calder, Daniel Cleary, Sergei Krivokrazov.
All right, he had some moments.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We remember him fondly.
So there you go. Those are the new numbers for the Blackhawks. What's the temperature on them? Are you hot, cold, moderate?
Sure. All of the above.
None of the big guys, I would say, no disrespect to these guys, are changing numbers.
I'm not going out to buy any of those.
If you have a Colton Dock jersey, you'll need to get a new one. Yes. So there you go. All right, back to the draft. We got a lot to figure out here. So to recap so far, if you're joining us late, Greg has selected Patrick Kane, Marian Hossa, Connor Bedard, Brent Seabrook, Patrick Sharp, Seth Jones, and Alex Vlasic. I have taken Jonathan Toews, Corey Crawford, Duncan Keith, Artemi Panarin, Nicholas Hjalmarsson, Tony Amane, and Brian Campbell. So we each got 3 defensemen and 4, 1, 2, 3. No, I have 3 forwards. You have 4, and I have a goalie. All right, you are up, sir.
All right. I'm going to go back down the middle. I only have one true center. So give me...
Patrick Sharp played center a little bit.
A little bit, but I'm putting him on the wing where he can shoot bombs. Give me a guy. I know most of the stuff he did was not most, but the best of his run here was in the 90s. But here's a guy that I think is one of the most underrated, underappreciated Blackhawks of all time. Give me Alexei Zhamnov down the middle.
Jay's guy.
I mean, you put him down the middle with a couple of wingers like Marian Hossa and Patrick Kane, he's going to be just fine.
Yeah. I need to go the same route. I'm also going to go with a center here. I'm going to take a guy that Blackhawks always had a struggle with getting that true number 2 center, right? Well, I think Dave Bolland can be a true number 2 center for me. I'm getting Dave Bolland to be the number 2 center behind Jonathan Toews. I think that's a good 1-2 punch down the middle.
Yeah, definitely tough defensively, and you know what you're getting with Bolland. He's going to bring that little extra annoyance.
Absolutely. I got to get some snarl on my team.
Yeah. I'm going to go with my next pick, another winger. You talk about here for not for a long time, but for a good time. When healthy, this guy was super effective for the Blackhawks just before the Cup run. Martin Havlat.
Good pick. There was a debate back in 09.
There were some people that were mad that we had to say goodbye to Martin Havlat to pay Marian Hossa. Those people existed.
It worked out.
I mean, those people quickly changed their opinions.
Oh, yeah. That quickly changed.
By Thanksgiving of that year, they had forgotten all about Martin Havlat. But I was a big Martin Havlat guy. He was a really good player.
All right. Martin Havlat to Greg. To Team Mario is going to be another guy that had not a long time with here, but very impactful. I'm taking Alex DeBrincat, putting him on the right side with Dave Bolland starting my second line. I mean, he's a guy that you have the conversation about if they never blew it up and tore it down, he would have been the guy, one of the guys that you built around. And, man, I remember when he was up for they were talking like $9 million for him. And kind of seeing how things have played out, obviously different scenarios playing in Ottawa and Detroit and everything, and who knows how it would have played out here, but I don't know. Is Alex DeBrincat worth $9 million? If he was
to
still
the Blackhawks?
If he was still that guy to the Blackhawks? Because you're saying Connor Bedard's probably at 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's relevant. It changes as the cap goes up, but like right now, $9 million to the Hawks wouldn't hurt anything.
Right.
So I wouldn't have had an issue with that per se, but I mean, if you gave him $9 million, you don't have Connor Bedard. because you win too many games that year.
Right. Yeah.
So no, I would have zero issues paying DeBrincat $9 million right now because it's not affecting anything. Mm-hmm. But in the grand scheme of things, in the NHL, is he like one of those elite players? No. But he's your typical streaky goal scorer, For 3-4 weeks of the year, he's going to be unstoppable, and the rest of the time you're going to be like, oh, yeah, he played in that game.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
All right, I have 3 defensemen, correct?
Yes, you do.
And
Seabrook, Jones, Vlasic.
And Johnny Oduya is still out there?
Yes, he is.
All right, not anymore. Johnny Oduya, Alex Vlasic, second pairing.
That's a great second pairing.
Some. Yes, have some.
That's a great second pairing. Yeah, that's solid. That's solid defensively. All right, I'm gonna get my defenseman here. Now, I know he again played both forward and defense, but I'm going to use him as a defenseman. I just said I needed to get some snarl on my team. I'm picking Dustin Byfuglien. Let's go.
Solid pick. I mean, if you're getting Blackhawks, Dustin Byfuglien, you're getting,
early prime Dustin Byfuglien.
Yeah, that's
pair him with Brian Campbell. That's another good mixture of offense and defense and two-way game and just the size, some personality, some physicality. A guy that's gonna police the ice a little bit out there. I love Byfuglien. He's always that guy that I'm like, if there's one player I wish that 2010 team never lost, it's him.
All right. Well, I already have one All-Star Game MVP on my team in Patrick Sharp.
That's true. I forgot about that.
I'm going to go with another All-Star MVP, taking Eric Daze.
It's a good pick.
I noticed there's our third option for All-Star Game MVP is not on the list. Or is he under defenseman? There he is.
He is under defenseman. Yep, he's there.
He could have been put in a 2-position guy, too.
He could have, but I just decided that wasn't worth it.
No one's going to.
But yeah, Eric Daze, that's a good pick. We talked about him when we did CHGO ranks. He was one of our top 10 what-ifs with the Blackhawks.
He's a guy that, man, if his back just could have held up, he could have been a star. But he was a really good player. And he was drafted with the 4th-round draft pick that the Blackhawks received from the Buffalo Sabres in the Dominic Hasek trade. So that's a trade that actually worked out pretty well for both teams.
Yeah.
I mean, better for the Sabres, but still not bad for the Hawks.
Yeah, and you were trading from a spot of wealth with
you had
with
2
Eddie
Hall of
Belfour
Famers in your crease, and you had to make room. So,
absolutely. Yeah. All right, I think I got to go forward here again. I got Toews, Panarin, Amane at the top line. Boland, DeBrincat. Man, okay, I gotta look. Who's on the left that's still available? You got Andrew Ladd, that's pretty good. Brandon Saad, Brandon Hagel. See, Tavo on this list is interesting to me because it's like he had really good early years and then he came back last year and he was the
solid
guy he's been solid.
I mean, if Tavo's on your third line, you've got a pretty decent
Well, he'd
team.
be second line. I think I got to go
Rene Boer.
with a left winger that when he was here and when he was healthy was really good, and it was just a shame he didn't get to have the fun in the good times with the Blackhawks, but he was one of those guys that was kind of like in that bridge year. Another one of Jay's guys, I'm taking Tuomo Ruutu.
Okay.
All right, so I got 2 full lines and 2 full defensive pairs.
Well, you took Tuomo Ruutu. I'm going to take the guy the Blackhawks got in the trade. When they traded Tuomo Ruutu, I'll take Andrew Ladd.
That's a good pick.
I'll take Andrew Ladd. Solid middle 6 guy there. Yeah. Again, first go around Andrew Ladd.
Yeah, right.
Not giving up
not
first
the 2016 version of him
to the Jets for him, but yeah.
All right. Who's gonna be third line center? I want to build from the middle out. There's some good names on the board: Andrew Shaw, Artem Anisimov, Dylan Strome, Handzus, Nick Schmaltz. And like I said, like it's Blackhawks their Blackhawks era, Philippe Deneau, for taking his career,
Yes.
I think that's a really solid pick. But as a Blackhawk, he was just given up on too early. Shoot. Let me go with. I'll go with Dylan Strome. I'll get a skill third line center.
As long as you use him correctly, you got a good.
I won't Jeremy Colleton
which is what the Blackhawks did not.
Yeah.
No, that's a good pick.
All right, let's hit the break zone one last time. We'll come back. We'll rapid fire and finish out these teams with our best of the Blackhawks of the last 25 years. Hit that like button, and we'll see you in 2 minutes. You know that moment when you're searching for your sunglasses and you realize you left them at the beach. You left them on the roof of your car and you took a big left turn and they slid right off and broke. Or you left them at a gas station 3 states away. We've all been there. I've had a pair of sunglasses hooked right on my collar, tying off the boat after a day on the lake, bloop, right off the collar and it to the bottom of Fox Lake. But with Shady Rays, they've changed the game. Their sunglasses are made for real life. They're seriously great looking, polarized, durable, and not stupidly expensive. And the best part, if you lose or break them, even on day one of owning them, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip, just a replacement. Shady Rays Eyewear always has your back. We've teamed up with Shady Rays for a long time, and you should too. To bring you an exclusive offer, we're going to give you 35% off of polarized sunglasses when you go to shadyrays.com and use the code CHGO. Try for yourself. The shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. And it's super hot out. You need to protect your eyes from the sun, and you need to protect your body from stank. That's where our friends at Mando come in handy. What is Mando? Well, it's whole body deodorant, safe to use anywhere on your body, including but not limited to your pits, your balls, your thigh folds, your belly button, your butt's crack, and your feet. It was created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal body odor was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. And what's great with Mando, they have a new product, a 4-in-1 acidified cleansing bar. That's right, 4-in-1. Shampoo, face wash, body wash, and deodorant all in one. It simplifies your hygiene routine and, if you're traveling, saves you space in your bag. Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, and 2 free products of your choice and free shipping. And with a special offer for our listeners, new customers can get 20% off site-wide with our code CHGO when you go to shopmando.com. Support our show. Tell them we sent you. Stay fresh, stay dry, boost your confidence with Mando. All right, the final stretch of the best of the last 25 years. We were trying to figure this out. Math is not our strong suit.
No, it is not.
But Greg's team for the reset is Patrick Kane, Marian Hossa, Connor Bedard. That's your top line. You have Brent Seabrook and Seth Jones as your top pair defense. Your second line is Alexei Zhamnov, Martin Havlat, and Patrick Sharp. Alex Vlasic and Johnny Oduya is your second D pair. So you've got your top 6 and your top 4. Then you have Eric Daze and Andrew Ladd on the wings to start your next forward line. You also are missing 2 goalies. I have Jonathan Toews with Artemi Panarin and Tony Amani on my top line. My second line is Dave Bolland with Alex DeBrincat and Tuomo Ruutu. So I have my top 6 forwards. My defense are Duncan Keith with Nicholas Hjalmarsson and Brian Campbell with Dustin Byfuglien. So I've got my top 4. I have Dylan Strome, third line center, Tuomo Ruutu. Ruutu is second line. And then I have my goalie. So I have the start of my third line and a goalie. You need to get your third line finished, get your fourth line, and your bottom pair.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to start at the bottom pair and take the best defenseman left, and that's Connor Murphy.
Connor Murphy.
Nice. He's off
good,
the board.
Solid third pair guy on a contending team.
Absolutely. I hope this is a contending team.
Oh, I think it would be. I'm also going to get a solid third pairing guy on a contending team, and I'm glad that he's still available because even though he was number 6 as a Blackhawk, he is number 1 in my heart, Jake McCabe.
I left him there just for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I didn't want to ruin your day. Man, center is a tough position.
It gets tough.
After the first few. I need a third and a fourth line center.
Mm-hmm.
Third line center, I'm going to take a guy that was only here for a few months, but was pretty damn valuable to the Stanley Cup winning team. I'm going to take Antoine Vermette.
Okay. Vermette, as a Blackhawk, came up clutch with some big goals.
He did. He had a couple game-winning goals in the playoffs, and, was one of those guys you can trust in any situation.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely wanted him to stick around after that, but he went back to the desert.
Okay. I think I'm going to take this opportunity to finish my third pair and finish my defense. And I'm looking out here, and there's a really good third pair, 2-time Stanley Cup winning defenseman out there. There's another. Oh, man. Okay. Roosevelt, Letty, one of the new guys. Okay. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to go, and a lot of people did not like him when he was here, but he got things done. Michael Roosevelt.
Yes. It's very underrated.
All right.
When he got hurt in that, was it the 2013 run he got hurt?
15.
Or 15.
Yeah.
We found out how valuable he was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they end up basically with 2.5 healthy defensemen for that cup run.
So you're done with defensemen.
I am done with defense.
So I'm not going to worry about that to my last pick.
Okay.
I better get a goalie.
You got 2 goalies to get.
Yeah. My starting goalie is going to be Jocelyn Thibault. I'm a big fan of his. He's another guy that I think
pick.
Played in it. If he played here 10 years later, would have been a star.
Yeah.
Was a really good goalie on some really bad teams.
Yep. All right. You got your starting goalie. Okay, so I have 3 centers, and I'm starting. So I need 2 wings to start my third line. Third line. Now, I got Dylan Strome, so I feel like I might need to get some scoring on that third line to go with him. I'm looking at the wings. Victor Stahlberg would be very fast. Man, there's just not a lot left. You know what? Who's still left? Brandon Saad. Here we go. Brandon Saad. There's a guy that you can trust with.
You get all 3 versions of him too.
Yeah, he's a super Saad. All right.
I need a 4th line.
Yes, you do.
I'm going to start it. 4th line, left winger, Dominic Kubalik had 2 really good seasons for the Hawks. Okay. He's my 4th line wing. I'm doing pretty good.
That's not bad.
30 goal scoring Dominic Kubalik.
Yes, that one great year he had.
That's all I need.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm going to round out my third line here. I think this is where I'm going to put Teuvo. I'm going to get Teuvo, put him here on
that sounds fun.
Thunder. I feel like Strome, Saad, Teravainen, you got some good 2-way play, and then a distributor with Dylan Strome. Maybe that doesn't work. I don't know, but I don't care. I think that's a good one.
It looks good on paper.
It looks good on paper, especially in their prime.
And that's where this game is being won.
That's only where it's going to be played.
All right, I'm going to continue my 4th line with another winger. One of my all-time favorite Blackhawks, Chris Versteeg.
Chris Versteeg, nice.
Love me some Chris Versteeg. I still have my Chris Versteeg OG 32 jersey in the closet with the 2010 Stanley Cup final patch on it.
Nice.
I love me some Chris Versteeg, so I'm happy to welcome him on my quarter-century team.
All right, so I need a 4th line and a backup goalie, correct? Yes. Oh, you know what? I was doing math wrong. I have our names at the top, so we have to go to row 21, not 20. That's what was tripping me up. Okay. So I need my 4th line and a backup goalie. You know who's going to be a great 4th liner on this team? Brandon Hagel.
Go.
I am going to have tenacity and scoring everywhere. Brandon Hagel starts my 4th line. He's a left winger according to Hockey DB.
Okay. I'm going to get my 4th line center to go in between Dominic Kubalik and Chris Versteeg. You know who would be really fun between those 2 guys? Frankie Nazar.
Ooh, okay. I like it. A lot of speed.
Yes.
A lot of speed. All right.
Try and keep up with that, Brandon Hagel.
Yeah, you know what? He might have a shot.
Just going to wear him out by the third period.
Yeah. Fourth line. Okay. I've been seeing his name in the chat a lot. I didn't see a lot of his career, I'll admit, but I do know that he would have a place on this team. Steve Sullivan.
Steve Sullivan, good old number 26.
Yep.
And then when he's done, he can be your assistant GM for 20 years.
That'll work.
Yes, Steve Sullivan, the highlight of him with the fan in the penalty box, and then the fan gets the puck in the face later, and even the guy's wife is laughing at him.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame just for that. All right. According to my math, I need a defenseman and a backup goalie, right?
You are, let's see. Yes,
Okay.
you need your last defenseman and your
This might be a
backup goalie.
controversial sixth defenseman, but we're going on Blackhawks only. And this guy had a 60-point season as a defenseman for the Blackhawks. I'm taking Erik Gustafsson.
Yeah.
Because when I look at the rest of this list, I'll take 60 points.
Sure. Yeah, and you'd have him paired with Connor Murphy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be just like the good old days.
Just like the good old days. That's good. All right. My final pick is my fourth line center, and there are some legit fourth line centers available. Andrew Shaw, Artem Anisimov, David Kampf,
Matthias Janmark. Love Matthias Janmark.
John Madden for his 1 year.
Does he come with a shirt or no?
That's a good one. I think I'm gonna. I don't want to. I don't need to go too crazy here.
Robert Lang would be a sneaky good pick too.
Yeah, would. But I think I got to go with Andrew Shaw. I think that his Blackhawks career. He had some good years in Montreal too, but he's most known for what he did in Chicago. Andrew Shaw is my fourth line center.
All right. I have to do
2 goalies to finish it out.
I have to do a backup goalie. My starting goalie is Jocelyn Thibault. I'm going to go Antti Niemi as my other goalie. Stanley Cup winner, Antti Niemi. Yeah. His Blackhawk run, pretty darn good.
Short but sweet.
Can't get much better than what he did that 1 year he was here.
Yeah. Okay, I am going to go with my backup goalie. Again, short but sweet. There was a conversation in 2013 if he would be the starter going into the playoffs. Ray Emery is going to be my backup goaltender. All right, so there you have it. We have our 20 players, 18 skaters, 2 goaltenders. From top to bottom, Team Greg is Patrick Kane, Marian Hossa, Connor Bedard, Brent Seabrook, Patrick Sharp, Seth Jones, Alex Vlasic, Alexei Zhamenov, Martin Havlat, Johnny Oduya, Eric Daze, Andrew Ladd, Connor Murphy, Antoine Vermette, Jocelyn Thibault, Dominic Kubalik, Chris Versteeg, Frank Nazar, Erik Gustafsson, and Antti Niemi. Team Mario is Jonathan Toews, Corey Crawford, Duncan Keith, Artemi Panarin, Nicholas Hjalmarsson, Tony Amane, Brian Campbell, Dave Bolin, Alex DeBrincat, Dustin Bufflin, Tuomo Ruutu, Dylan Strome, Jake McCabe, Michael Roosevelt, Brandon Saad, Teuvo Teravainen, Brandon Hagel, Steve Sullivan, Andrew Shaw, and Ray Emery. We're going to put these 2 lineups side by side on social media. You tell us who you think would win. Let's say a best of 7. Let's make it interesting. Who do you think of these would make for a good series, and who would come out on top? That's always fun to do. I always like one of these.
Yeah.
It's a good way to spend 45 minutes.
It'd be interesting to see what the redrafts would be if you got their whole career.
Yeah, I think a couple, you say whole career of Chris Kunitz. I think you might have a conversation.
Bobby Probert probably would have been a second-round pick.
Whole career of Bob Probert. Yeah, whole career Marc-Andre Fleury's probably.
He's probably your top goalie taken. Whole career for, Gustav Forsling definitely would have been chosen.
He would have been in.
Nick Schmaltz. Lots of guys that whole careers, not just time with the Blackhawks, definitely would have.
Taylor Hall.
Yeah, Taylor Hall for sure.
It's good stuff.
Theo Fleury.
Yes. Yeah.
Lots of guys that would have gotten picked or picked a lot higher. You can even argue Tyler Johnson might have gotten picked.
That's true. Whole career.
Yeah, whole career. So that was fun. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that a little bit. Wasn't the most.
And if you didn't, give us a 5-star review and let us know how boring that was.
You can tell us how awful this show was as long as it's within a 5-star review.
We had fun. All right. Make sure to. Sorry, Sarah. Yes?
I was gonna say no. I'm taking the words out of your mouth. You're already doing. I was gonna say follow CHGO Blackhawks _Blackhawks.
Yes.
And you can debate.
That's where it'll be. Also on Blue Sky.
And Blue Sky.
Yep.
Yeah. I
That's
forget
still
that's
a thing.
Sometimes. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We'll be back again tomorrow, same time. We'll be virtual. Greg and I will have stuff and things to talk about. Yes. And, join us tomorrow.
23 hours to figure out what we're going to talk about.
I hope they sign somebody.
Something.
We'll see what happens.
Trade somebody, darn it.
Join us tomorrow for more shenanigans. We'll see you all later.
We all silly like the mayor.